Welcome to the SaaStock How-To series, in which we aim to answer questions posed by our community and give you 3 actionable takeaways. I'm Alex Thumer, CEO of SaaStock, which helps SaaS companies get traction, grow, and scale through our conferences, community, and content. And today, I'm delighted to be joined by Paul Lynch, CEO of Chargify. How's it going, Paul?
Alex, how you doing?
Yeah,
great
good
to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
That's all right. Good, great to see you here. And so, 1 week after the SaaStock remote and also the snowstorms in Texas. Who'd have thought? Not 1 week after the SaaStock remote, but the snowstorms.
One was really well. You know what? They were both very memorable. One for all the wrong reasons and one for all the right reasons. Congratulations on a really good conference. I know you guys have challenges like the rest of us with this whole COVID thing. So look, well done on putting it together. I mean, I know we got a lot out of it. I hope all the other attendees did too.
Thanks, Paul. Well, yeah, as I say, like with virtual events, we're certainly all doing, learning as we go, doing the best as we can. But we're looking forward to those pints in Dublin again and more. Just being with everybody again in the future. We can't wait for that.
You and me too. Absolutely, man.
I'll be buying the pints when we're in Dublin. So, Paul, the question asked by our community is how to price the SaaS, and yeah, we thought we'd ask that question to you because we know Chargify doing a lot around this topic at the moment.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's an area which we see a big gap in the market around. It's an area where we see a lot of businesses focus a lot of their time, resources, and efforts around their marketing funnel, around their sales funnel, around their general org chart, and the whole area of pricing and pricing specifically to win within SaaS is underinvested. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as saying that it's an area where they spend like a couple of minutes on, they go in and they benchmark against their competitors, but it's not miles off being that right now. So for us, like there's no magic wand in terms of defining what the right pricing strategy is for you to win in your individual sort of SaaS sector, okay? But there are a couple of sort of prevailing rules that I think you should adhere to. There are rules to be, on a general business perspective and not just a pricing or SaaS business perspective, but I feel they're particularly applicable to SaaS. And to go with the classic rule of 3, 1, know your market, 2, know your competitors, and 3, know your value. Okay, so on the first one, in terms of know your market, okay, where are you competing? Okay, are you competing against fintech tools that have a longer sales cycle, that have a higher unit cost and are more integrated into the stack? Are you competing against developer tools? Are you in a highly competitive market? Are you in a niche market? Okay, all of these specific points in terms of the market that you're operating in will have huge variance and bearings in terms of how you price. Okay, for Chargify as a fintech tool, we would have very low churn. We would have a high customer engagement right across the org chart. For previous companies like, say, Assembler, which was a source code management tool, it was in a very highly competitive area with a dominant category king like GitHub. So these things all have a high input in terms of how you price. On the second one, know your competitors. Like, are you in a highly competitive market? If you're in a highly competitive market, is there a category king in this market that defines what the price should be? And can you disrupt? Okay. So very, very important. Are you a price leader or are you a price follower in your market? No one likes to be a price follower. We all want to disrupt. We all want to be able to put our flag down. Disrupting in a market on price is not around being lowest. Very important. And the quickest path for you to fail in any business is becoming a loss leader in a market that is focusing on value as opposed to price. Which brings me to the last one. Again, very important. Know your value. We call it the founder's dilemma, where they underestimate their value. Very often, we find businesses are priced too low. If you price in a market at $1, the perception is going to be that you'll deliver $1 worth of value. If that's not the case, then you need to get your price and your positioning correct. Put yourself on the bottom shelf. Like in terms of the liquor store, people are going to presume that you're selling gut rot. You might be the top shelf up there with your crystals and your high-end champagnes, but know where your value is in the market. And lastly, to marry price to billing. Okay, what is the prevailing model in your market that's winning? Are people billing on a usage basis, metered basis? Are they billing on an event basis? How are people billing? Is it just pure standard subscription billing and modeling, or is there a higher, more complex sort of billing around it? So for me, when I look at this area of billing and particularly usage, 20 years ago, the concept of having non-predictable, non-forecastable or guaranteed contract-backed revenue was unthought of in terms of, doing a raise, getting debt, anything like this. You look at it now, 7 of the last sort of 11, 12 successful tech IPOs have been businesses that have non-predictable revenue and build specifically on usage. And I include IPOs like Snowflake, which is one of the biggest we've ever seen. So when it comes to pricing, again, to reiterate on the 3, market, competitor, value. Are you a price leader? Are you a price follower? Does your business have the ability to disrupt? And if it does have the ability to disrupt, is pricing an area to disrupt in? And on value, don't go to the market. To disrupt the market, one doesn't need to go in super, super cheap. Amazon, when they launched AWS back in 2006, their price was like for a non-reserved instance above the market norm, but they demonstrated real value, which had never been demonstrated before. So is that where your product can come in and disrupt? Your value-based pricing as opposed to your low pricing. Yeah?
Awesome. Well, Paul, thanks so much for answering that question, how to price SaaS. Really appreciate it. Where can people find more about Chargify online? Yeah,
come to us, www.chargify.com. I'm Paul Lynch, I'm the CEO. Hit me up on LinkedIn. We're super geeky, Alex, around these things. We love talking about them. Come and talk to us. We're in all the usual places, but we're keen to talk to you guys. We focus on B2B SaaS. This is our jam, guys. If you're looking for a general, just basic subscription company, we're probably not for you. If you're a B2B SaaS company and you're looking to really get in, make an impression in terms of your market, come and talk to us. We'll help you with your pricing strategy. We'll help you with your billing. We'll talk to you about the different models and the different stuff that's working in the market. We're here to engage.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Paul Lynch, CEO of Chargify. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. All the best.
Thank you.